Are you struggling to find enough time to sell? Do you find that the days seem shorter and shorter and you're spending more time in meetings and internal discussions than you are in sales activities? If that's the case, you're falling into what I like to call the sales time trap. I've talked about it in my books like The Unstoppable Sales Machine, The Unstoppable Sales Team, and the forthcoming Sales Multiplier Formula. But let's talk today about really how do we manage time as sales professionals to be more effective in today's economy. Hi, I'm Shawn Casemore, and I help you learn how to be a top-performing sales professional so that you can earn more money in less time. If that sounds good to you, and I'm not sure why it wouldn't, make sure you click the subscribe button. You'll be notified each and every time I release a new video just like this. So I'll wait while you click subscribe. Still waiting. Just click the little button, subscribe, you'll get notified. Doesn't cost you anything, second of your time, helps me to create more content just like this. So, okay, got that done? Great. Let's jump into the video on time management strategies for sales professionals in 2024. And I'm going to start with a big one. Here it is. You're at risk every single day of falling into what I call the sales time trap. And what that means is that as you become more known in your company, and as you become more known by prospects and customers or clients, they're going to want more of your time. The more of your time they take, the less time you have available for selling. So you're caught in a bit of a trap because, hey, you want to help clients and you want to be a team player internally, so participate in meetings. But when that takes away from selling time, that's a problem because your boss is going to say, hey, why are your sales down? You need to spend more time selling. So therein lies the trap that we all fall into. So the question becomes, if you want to really manage your time, how do you get out of this sales trap? I'm going to give you a couple quick strategies you can apply today. First off, you need to make sure at the end of every day you plan for tomorrow. Now, I know a lot of salespeople, and to some degree myself included, we use our calendar as a way to manage our day. But the problem that creates is that our calendar runs us rather than we run our calendar. And people can dump meetings in, we just accept them, then the day's full. So at the end of every day, I want you to plan out tomorrow. And here's how I want you to lay out the day. I want you to identify the meeting times that you've got set for tomorrow, and specifically the gaps. So where are there no meetings? If you need to, if you find people drop meetings in your calendar on the current day, block those times out because they're now yours. That's the first thing. Second thing I want you to do is identify in priority, what are the things you need to do relative to direct selling activities? Who do you need to connect with? Who do you need to reach out to? What conversations need to be had? What meetings need to be had, etc. Those are all direct selling where you're directly interacting with potential customers, right, or clients. I want you to take those and prioritize those activities first. Then when you've got that done, I want you to slot those in or put those into the times you've blocked in your calendar. Now, of course, I'm talking about doing this for tomorrow. If you get proactive at this, you can do this for next week. You can do it for the next month. But what I want you to notice here is we're doing three things. Number one, we're taking the time where we're not committed to internal meetings and external client meetings and customer meetings. That, by the way, have nothing to do with selling. They're just more helping and managing. And we're committing that time to us. That's number one. Number two, we're prioritizing our activities that are direct selling activities, which are those activities in which we're reaching out to, connecting with, meeting with, discussing potential options or opportunities with prospective customers or clients. That's the second thing. We're prioritizing that. Third thing, we're scheduling that in. Any time that's left is where everything else goes. So I'm covering off my meetings that I need to go to. And of course, we'll talk in a minute here about what you can do if you don't want to go to that meeting. But I'm covering off the meetings I need to go to, but I'm committing the rest of the time to myself for direct selling activities, and I'm prioritizing those activities. Okay? One more thing I want you to share with you, just a minute, and I'm going to get ready to tell you what that is. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready. What I really want you to do with this system is think about this. Think about your daily activities relative to direct selling activities and then indirect selling activities. Indirect selling activities are the meetings you have to sit in. It's populating CRM. It's maybe even doing a little bit of research relative to a company, right? All that stuff is necessary, but doesn't help you sell more necessarily. So I want you to split up your time relative to those two buckets, if you will, okay? And then what we're doing is we're always prioritizing direct selling time before the other stuff. So if you really become proactive, again, I've told you to do this for tomorrow, and I've suggested you could do this for next week. If you look out in the next month, you can begin to block out time for you first, right? And that's what's key because let's be honest, if I'm reaching out to people, there's certain times of the day I know I'm fresh and I'm good at it, and there's other times I'm not. I'm tired. Maybe after lunch I need a coffee, then I'm overly stimulated, so it's just not the best time for me. So you want to be prioritizing that time proactively before people start to book meetings, so that time is committed. If somebody tries to drop a meeting in, guess what? I'm sorry, I'm already in another meeting. Who's the meeting with? A prospect. Oh, okay, good. Do that then, right? So we want to get proactive at this and be working ahead rather than come into the day and just respond to everything that happens around us. Now, one last strategy for you to consider before you jump on this and start to apply it. If you've got a demanding customer or client who expects you to be available at all times, you need to educate them, okay? Now, if you're doing this proactively, as I mentioned, and you're blocking time on the calendar, you have a reason not to connect with them. But if you're finding they're still responding constantly and have needs for you that you just don't feel like you can completely step away from, then I want you to book a call with them, again, proactively. Maybe it's the end of day, maybe it's midday, maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once every couple of days. But I want you to reach out and say, I realize you've got a lot of needs that I want to make sure I support you, but I'm finding there's some conflicts in some other meetings and other clients I have. You are a priority to me. So as a result, I'd like to block some time out. Again, you decide, is it daily, is it weekly, is it every other day? But I want to block this time out every week to sit down and discuss the issues or challenges you're facing so that I may help you. And then you give them some days and times that work for you, okay? So again, you're trying to be proactive, giving them the time they need, and thereby reducing them in being a time vampire for you. Now, if you do this, they accept it and they keep responding to you, they keep sending you notes saying, I got to talk right now, or sending you emails, you just let them know, happy to respond during our meeting on Thursday, which will give me time to prepare a proper response. Okay, so you got to start to manage that flow. So hope you've enjoyed this. Another video, this one on time management, which is important because we're all so busy. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you click that subscribe button, which I gave you a few minutes to do earlier. Hope you did that. Make sure you click it. You'll be notified each and every time I release a new video just like this. And until next time, let's get out there and go sell something. We'll talk to you soon.